time now for the Peter Channel morning news on this Thursday morning, May 5th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Thursday morning, May 5th, 2016. Here are your news and odds and our top story at 8:30 on this Thursday morning is a mass intense wildfire that has spread more than 88,000 people to flee the Canadian oil city of Fort McMurray was spread overnight, threatening the local airport and engulfing more communities of Fort East End. Istanbul, Turkey's prime minister stepped down Thursday, paving the way for President Recep Tayyip Erdogan to consolidate power amid complaints from opponents over his increasingly hardline policies. Police are searching for a man convicted of manslaughter who escaped the New Jersey State Correctional Facility earlier this week. Officer Buckle 38 that escaped from the Bayside State Prison Tuesday just weeks before being eligible for parole. In Chicago, a car drove out through the window of a Gardner apartment building in the corner of Ashland Virtual Avenue and was hit by a wanted-car police chase for an hour on May 4, 2016, which was on Wednesday. About a cessation of hostilities agreement brokered by Russia and the United States measure relief by the battered city of Aleppo on Thursday, but President Bashar al-Assad said he still sought a total Christian victory over the rebel. It's been nearly 2 weeks since Prince had been found dead in his Paisley Park, the state of Minnesota. Instead, several storylines shown on the other side of the musical genius has emerged. A United States Air Force F-22 Raptor fighter jet, which supported Operation Atlantic Resolve, and American commitment to NATO collective security and regional stability at the Silla Air Base in Lithuania as NATO wrenches up military defense despite Russian criticism. City, Austria, and Austria who are acquitted for the Islamic State in the Middle East and urged fellow Austrians to commit terror attacks at the home has been killed in the American airstrike in Iraq, officials said on Thursday. When Alf Dubs was 6 years old, his mother put on a train and Per ignored that she might never see him again. The year is 1939, and Czechoslovakia was running in the clutches of the Nazi Germany as World War II neared us. British Lord, who funded the Nazi, became champion of child refugees. Kafir Sabbath Israel saw but Moshe was never talked about in a child, and the memories were too painful, so he murdered that Moshe were born in 1937 in Athens, Greece as Holocaust survivors mark bar mitzvahs at last. Legislation has been proposed in the states across the country to protect those who do the religious beliefs to decline to employ their servants to people as U.S. government says North Carolina LGBT violates civil rights. After victory, Donald Trump in the Republican Party, many wonder, what do we do now? Saturday's Powerball jump out of among the top 10 lottery prizes in U.S. history after an 18th consecutive drop was held Wednesday without anyone winning the top prizes. It rose to $450 million among 10 largest ever. Washington, soon after becoming the GOP's presumptive nominee, Donald Trump said that he would be open to raising the federal minimum wage and a notable reversal of policy. And now on to the local news from the Sun Chronicle. Attleboro, local officials are turning area's 2 state senators as a last hope for help in dealing with the school department's budget crisis. They are asking Senators James Timilty, Democrat of Walpole, and Richard Ross, Republican of Winthrop, to advocate for more funding in education when the Senate version of the state budget comes out next week. Governor Charlie Baker proposed only a statewide average 1.6% increase in education aid and only 0.5% for Attleboro. Attleboro, some fire station will be closed this summer as a result of an $800,000 shift in the city's budget to help the school department, fire department. Scott LaChance Fire Chief said Wednesday as the impact to the city services continue to emerge. Attleboro parent and spokesman for the Attleboro. Parents told City Council Tuesday that the $4 million school budget to our signals and council for the death of the city. Boston, a Boston firefighter responded to a fire at his own mother's home got a fire on his way to the scene when he heard a dispatcher say that someone had jumped from the second floor window. Steve Perry was speaking the worst, but when he arrived to the childhood home in the city's Dorchester neighborhood, he found his mother safe on the sidewalk after jumping in the arms of the group Samaritan. Aaron Julia contracted by working with across the street with Sawdust. Smoke and earned the 63-year-old regional at Water Webster screamed for help. Dudley, Massachusetts, Dudley Selectmen have been placed in the article on the Massachusetts has made meeting award that jeopardized a controversial proposal to build a Muslim cemetery. In business news, Washington U.S. Consumer Watchdog on Thursday proposed new rules to block credit card companies, banks, and other companies from forcing customers to waive their rents and join class action lawsuits and only settle disputes for arbitration. Merck Company, so the revenue decline as generic competition and currency fluctuation hurts results. Merck said in its petition 2016 adjusted earnings per share between $3.65 and $3.77 compared with projections of $3.06 and $3.75. Ford Motor Company, like the rest of the auto industry, as a software problem. Elon Musk, Tesla Motors. Tesla set the standard in the auto industry as an equivalent of iPad and Wheels offer major software updates. Comcast Corporation executives sought to calm the nerves among employees at the DreamWorks Animation headquarters Wednesday as the cable job prepares to acquire a Scottsdale-based animation studio. Houston Marathon Oil Corporation said its first quarter production was aligned with expectations and found on risks may evolve from North American operations. Well, New Zealand, the government of New Zealand said Thursday they would take the additional steps to stop the low carbon in the country by creating incentives to use more electric vehicles. Edmonton, Alberta. Alberta-based oil producers said core energy center facilities were running and reduced rates in response to the wildfires raging in the Fort McMurray area. Oklahoma City, U.S. oil player, contended the resource said it expected the production to recover during the second half of the year on the back of the market improvements. Oh. When scientists go, human embryos of lab research they ended experiment's 14-day mark. Until now, they internationally accepted guidelines have been largely self-regulated in vitro. The extensive range of combining leopards over the world has increased by 75% over the years, that companies report revealed. The entire drama of the human history is encoded in our DNA. When we went, we slept with, how we died, or almost basically a scientific soap opera complete with occasional discoveries of long-lost cousins we never had. Peter Jail News Time, 8:38 in the morning time on this Thursday morning. It's time out for sports report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox defeat the Chicago White Sox 5-2 in Chicago. Red Sox, White Sox go ahead again at 8:10 p.m. with the Red Sox and the White Sox go ahead. Mark Leishman joined Phil Austrian and his company withdrawn from Olympic considerations, cited health concerns, but his wife would continue to recover from a near-fatal illness. Las Vegas Raiders. Fred would make the hearts of many diehard Oakland Raiders fans. Sin City would be a fit for the team's outlaw. Eye patch reputation, said Jay Cordier, vice president of Waste and Sports for the Westgate Las Vegas Resort. Peter Chell News Time is out 8:38 in the morning time on this Thursday morning, and looking at the stock market report, we're good onto the traffic. The Dow down 99.65 points at 17,655.26. SP 500, 2051.12, and Nasdaq 4,725.64. And now looking at the traffic at 8:39. Baby! Starting off in Providence vicinity, 95 minutes southbound side of it. So from 114 Pawtucket all into downtown Providence, we're at 610 connector. Route 610 connector is sold for the Providence Switch, we're at Route 95, 146 in the southbound side. Sold before Route 95 in downtown Providence. 95 in the northbound side, and it's sold from Route 10 all the way at 1A in Providence. 185 on the westbound side, and sold from Seacock all the way into downtown Providence. 295 in the northbound side, so from Route 12 all the way at the Route 6 in Justin. Route 295 southbound side, so from 6 in Justin all the way at the Route 37. 146 in the southbound and northbound side, so from 146A all the way at the Route 99. 99 in the northbound side, so from 295 in Lincoln all the way at the Route 122 in Woonsocket. 95 in the northbound side, so from 37 Crescent all the way at the downtown Providence. 138 on the eastbound side, and then so from Jamestown all the way to Newport. 138 on the westbound side, so from Newport Bridge all the way to Jamestown. Route 4 both ends also on the North Kingstown stretch. Out of the Cape. 28 on the northbound side, and also on the border, but Route 6 Sagamore is looking good from Sagamore to Orleans. Border Sagamore Bridge is all looking good. 95 on the southbound side, and it's also before 295 in Attleboro. Route 95 on the northbound side, and it's so from 152 in the North Attleboro all the way after Route 120 in Kenton. Route 24 on the northbound side, so from 130. Harrison move on to Dave all the way after Route 128 in Kenton. Route 128 on the southbound side, and so from 95 in Kenton all the way to the Braintree Split. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from Derby Street all the way after the Braintree Split. 146 on the northbound side, and also the southern stretch. 485 on the northbound side, and then so from Route 60 in Milford all the way after the Mass Pike in Westboro. South East Expressway to southbound side, and then also from Furnaceburg Parkway into the Braintree Split. South East Expressway to the northbound side, and so from the Split all the way at the Dorchester. South East Expressway southbound side, and so from the Pike all the way to Dorchester. 93 on the southbound side, and also the Boston stretch. 93 northbound side is looking good for Boston. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, and then so from Framingham all the way at the Austin Bratton Tolls. Mass Pike on the westbound side, and then so from the Newton Quarter. 120 on the northbound side, so from Route 1 in Denham all the way at Route 20 Waltham. 120 on the northbound side, so from the Linfield stretch. 120 on the southbound side, so from Linfield all the way at the Waltham. 93 on the southbound side, so from North Edinburgh all the way at the Zankin Bridge. 495 on the southbound side, also Hudson stretch. 495 on the southbound side, so from Route 28 to Andover all the way at the westward. 495 on the northbound side, so from Littleton all the way out to Billerica. Route 3 on the southbound side, so from 495 Low all the way at the Route 128 in Kenton. 93 on the southbound side, also in the Derry stretch. 293 on the eastbound side, also from Bedford to Manchester. Route 3 on the southbound side, so from the Merrimack stretch. Spotted turn back on the southbound side, also at Route 4 Durham. 93 on the northbound side, also in the Canterbury stretch. I-89 on the southbound side, and it's also at Route 93 Concord, New Hampshire. But otherwise, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, West, look again at Worcester. 290 on the eastbound side, and then so from 146 all the way at Route 9 in Worcester. Route 146 on the northbound side, so from 290 in Worcester. At Springfield, I-91 on the northbound side, so from Route 57 all the way at the 291 in Springfield. I-91 on the southbound side, also at Route 291. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, also at Route 291 in Springfield. 91 on the southbound side, and it's so from 291 all the way at the I-84 Hartford. I-91 on the northbound side, also at Windsor. I-84 on the eastbound side, so from Farmington all the way at the West Hartford. I-84 on the westbound side, also from Southampton all the way at the Waterbury. Route 2 on the westbound side, so from Marlborough all the way at the Glastonbury. Route Merritt Parkway both ends also after Milford stretch. Merritt Parkway westbound side, and so from Bridgeport all the way at the Stamford. 95 on the southbound side, so from Fairfield to Stamford. 95 on the southbound side, so from New Haven. 95 on the northbound side, also before I-91. Highways and byways, New York City, yes, slow go. New Jersey turnbounds looking from New York all the way at the Wildwood to Delaware. Cross State Parkway is looking from Newark all the way at the Wildwood. Highways and byways, New York State are looking good, and on the 3 on the eastbound side, it's a little slow. Around the Indian Falls stretch. Pennsylvania turnbounds moving from Philly to Pittsburgh. 476 in the southbound side, so between Allentown and King and Prussia. Down in Philadelphia, 95 on the southbound side. It is slow from Route 90 all the way at the Philadelphia. Center City, 676 in slow from 95 to 76 in Center City, Philadelphia. 76 in the eastbound side, and it's slow from South Philadelphia all the way out to Madison Wind. 7600 the North Mountain source from Kentucky all the way out to Keegan, Prussia. 422 the South Mountain source from Phoenixville all the way to Keegan, Prussia. Okay, take a look at take a look at MBTA alert. Subway system is looking good. Commuter rail, Fairmont Western train 510 802 AM from Fairmont's operating 550 minutes behind schedule between West Indian and South Station. Havel train 201 735 AM from North Station up to North Wilmington due to train traffic currently 20-30 minutes behind schedule. A shuttle bus en route to North Wilmington Place train 201 and Havel make all local stops. Havel train 208 730 minutes behind operating 25-35 minutes behind schedule between Redford and North Station due to disabled train 206. Havel train 206 is canceled due to mechanical problem. It will be assisted by Amtrak directly to Boston will not make any stops. And the ferries ain't looking good. Peter Channel News Time is out 8:46 in the morning time on this. Thursday morning, it's time now for a weather report, and it is another cloudy, wet, and raw day in town. As looking at the radar, it shows a lot of rain showers by Nantucket and stretching all the way off the North Carolina coast. And we're seeing some rain showers from western North Carolina, stretching out of Virginia down for western West Virginia, stretching around Pittsburgh area, and stretching down for central and northern Ohio. And rain showers from south central Indiana down for eastern Kentucky down for northern Tennessee. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, areas of drizzle with a chance of showers before noon, then a chance of rain afternoon. Petrified otherwise. Cloud skies about 48 degrees. North winds around 10 to 13 miles on gust size, 38 miles on chance of 40%. New percent less than 10 minutes possible. Tonight, chance of rain. Petrified otherwise. Cloud skies about 44 degrees. North wind about 6 to 11 miles on gust size, 32 miles on chance of 40%. For Friday, chance of showers May after 10 a.m. Most cloud skies about 57 degrees. East wind about 5 to 7 miles on chance of 30%. New percent less than 10 minutes possible. Friday night, chance of showers. Petrified after 10 p.m. Otherwise, most clouds skies about 46 degrees. And north east wind about 3 to 6 miles on chance of 6%. New percent 3 to 10 minutes possible. Saturday, chance of showers May before 11 a.m. Most cloud skies about 64 degrees. Just 9 November. Wind chance of 30%. Sorry, chance of showers after 11 p.m. Most clouds skies about 48 degrees. Chance of 20%. Sunday, chance of showers. Most clouds skies about 64 about 43 degrees. Chance of 40%. Monday, Saturday, most good skies about 65 about 45 degrees. Tuesday, most skies about 68 degrees. Tuesday, chance of showers. Most skies about 49 degrees. Chance of 30%. And for Wednesday, chance of showers. Most skies about 66 degrees. Chance of 30%. Charlie Naughton, it's light rated 47, humidity 83%, A above Celsius. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel. Morning news on this Thursday morning, May 5th, 2016. I appear to have a good morning and good passage to all. See you at 12 noon for a noontime report. Have a good day.